When the county sends you your property tax bill, your first instinct is to believe that the information is correct. Why not? But that might not be the case. The truth of the matter is we all make mistakes, even the tax collector. Last night we told you about a couple who just found out they owe thousands in back taxes because Hillsborough County made a mistake. After our story aired, another viewer emailed us saying the county also made a mistake on his tax bill. But in this case, they charged too much money. As 8 on your side, Shannon Behnken explains, this viewer was treated differently when it was the county that owed him.
Bethel and Rex Root are on the hook for more than $8,000 in back taxes, all because the government made a mistake on their tax bill for 9 years.
Well, I was quite flabbergasted.
It turns out the Hillsborough County Property Appraiser's Office mistakenly gave the Roots homestead tax exemption. Snowbirds from Michigan, they're not entitled to that tax break. They say they didn't notice the county's mistake and can't come up with thousands now. So the county placed a lien on their home until the balance is paid.
It was their mistake.
8 on your side this week pressed the government for answers. Another viewer, Steve Queenan, was watching. He called to say the county is inconsistent in dealing with such errors.
I was watching this and flabbergasted. It just didn't seem right, because when the county owed us money, they said, oh, sorry, you're only entitled to this much.
Queenan says he recently sold this house only to find out from an appraisal that the home was smaller than the county property appraiser said it was. That meant that for 7 years, Queenan was overpaying his taxes. He says it also cost him $20,000 in sales price when he sold the now smaller house.
They said that we would get a partial refund, but that there was a statute of limitations.
Queenan received 3 years' worth of refunds out of the 7 years he overpaid. So given that track record, why then is the county unwilling to budge on the Roots tax bill? And why didn't Queenan receive all his money back? County tax collector Doug Belden says he's just following the law. So even if you wanted to give him the money, you couldn't?
I could not do it by statute. It's very straightforward. It is 3 years.
Sure enough, the statute says claims for refunds can go back just 3 years. But the legislature, in an effort to crack down on fraud, ruled the government can collect for this type of unpaid tax for up to 10 years. And that's exactly what they're doing in the Roots case. Now, the tax collector asked me to remind everyone that he's not tacking on fees to the Roots bill. They're only required to pay what they should have paid all those years. But that doesn't change the fact that the county's mistake is causing major problems for this couple now.
And we talked about this last night, but given the fact that we had someone last night, we have someone tonight, and others may be watching going, well, it makes me wonder, what about my tax bill? What can they do?
Well, there is something you can do, and I'm told that homeowners have been flooding county offices today with that same question. So I wanted to show everyone that this is what a tax bill looks like, and you'll see your exemptions. Double check your bill to make sure that you're getting the tax breaks that you're supposed to receive, and that you're not getting tax breaks you're not supposed to receive.
And in this case for the gentleman tonight, it was the square footage. He felt his house was smaller. Turns out the house was smaller than what he thought he was paying.
And that threw off everything.
All right. 3 years statute of limitations, though. Janet, thank you.